I was sharing with people I'd much rather sing or conduct right now than speak. I think a lot of performers feel that way. Welcome, and thank you. I was caught up this morning at how much a community it takes to make one person graduate. And that the fact is that it's the choral department, it's the music department, it's the country of Estonia for me that has helped me graduate. And it's an enormous wash of emotion that comes over the graduates, that it's not just you, and you are going out into the world carrying all that support on your back. My all-time favorite movie is Auntie Mame, based on the book by Patrick Dennis. Does anyone besides my parents know this movie? Do you? Okay. I've watched it 100, 200, 500 times probably. It's my favorite movie to watch when I'm sick. Pop it in and lay on the couch. And my favorite quote from there is, "Live, live, live. Life is a banquet, and most poor suckers are starving to death." And it's become my kind of rallying cry from the time I was young, is that your life is this huge feast. Some of you are picky eaters. Some of you love to come to the table repeatedly. Some of you like the fact that it's free sometimes. Graduate student mentality. But the banquet is always there. You may not always see it, but it is always there. As a Scottish, Swedish, Norwegian, German American, yep, married to a Filipino American whose sister is a food writer, food is a central part of my life. Family gatherings, celebrations, today we're roasting a pig at our house, those types of things. I grew up with lutefisk, lumpia, pancit, haggis, sunbuckles, brats, the whole thing. And they accompany, and it's a sign of celebration. It's also a sign of family and community. It's a place to come to the table and to share our pride with each other, and to share our sorrows with each other, and be a part of a community and a family. When people talk about what makes food good, oh, that's a great food. Well, what has? And I thought, well, usually it has to be fresh, and usually it's well chosen to balance it together. You know, a great recipe has a balance of food, not, and if spices are wrong, it doesn't taste quite right. And I thought, great fresh ingredients or fresh ideas, well chosen and balanced together. Isn't that a great recipe for life? I have been on a plane a lot lately doing conferences and job interviews and all those things, and I got to, once I finished my dissertation, I got to actually read for fun. And it was a great day when I could open a novel, and I was like, oh, thank you. And I read the book. I bought a book in the airport. I forgot to bring something in. It was Jerry Larkin's book, The Chocolate Cake Sutra. And in this book, she outlines what she feels are the key ingredients to life. They are joy, tolerance, perseverance, clear-headedness, openness for surprise, adventure, and the wisdom of Yoda. Joy. Find happiness in your daily life, even if it's the fact that you have 5 minutes to have a cup of coffee with your friend or colleague. Tolerance. Understand the views, the feelings, and the situations of others. You don't have to always agree with them, but understand and be aware of them. A capacity to keep going, and she puts with gusto. When I was training for my first marathon, I remember my coach saying to me, "It's not brain science, put one foot in front of the other." Mile 18, I was like, yes it is. It's a good suggestion in sports, it's a good suggestion in life. You just keep on going. You keep on going. Clear-headedness. Take time to understand the why, and not just because. Openness for surprise, coupled with a feeling of adventure. You never know what you'll learn and what you will learn from it, so always be willing to be taught. Yoda's wisdom. Many of you had Yoda-like relationships with your professors. I wouldn't say any of them look like Yoda, but who knows? That you've had those moments where you've met with someone and thought, You are true wisdom to me. Maybe not to everyone, but you are true wisdom to me right now. Develop that and become a young Yoda yourself for the future generations. Throughout your time here, you have been developing these key ingredients through your work with professors and colleagues. It is these ingredients that you will be able to rely on and refer to as you go out into the world. In closing, I leave you with the knowledgeable words from the great philosopher, Dr. Seuss. And no, it's not all the places you will go. As mentioned before, I'll be starting a faculty position at Lake Forest College near Chicago in the fall. And outside of my new office window, celebration window, yes. I haven't had a window here for 4 years, so I'm excited. There's a rock that commemorates when Dr. Seuss received his honorary degree on June 4th, 1977. His commencement address is on the rock, and I would like to share it with you. May these words help you as you start on your new adventures. Dr. Seuss's My Uncle Telburger's on the Art of Eating Popovers. My uncle ordered popovers from the restaurant's bill of fare, and when served, he regarded them with a penetrating stare. Then he spoke great words of wisdom as he sat here on that chair. To eat these things, said my uncle, you must exercise great care. You must swallow down what's solid, but you must spit out the air. And as you partake in the world's bill of fare, that's darn good advice to follow. Do a lot of spitting out of hot air, and be careful what you swallow. Thank you.